All right, well, welcome back for another video. We have kind of moved through a couple lessons already since the last video, and we are doing lesson 5.7, where it is titled Add and Subtract Fractions. And in this lesson, what you guys are going to see is that you are going to be adding and subtracting, fractions, okay? And so, you'll notice that this one has 3 different fractions. There might be some that have 4 different fractions. And they most likely will all have different denominators. So this is a very similar skill as well as what we were doing a couple lessons ago, where we have to find a common denominator. And to do that, we need to list out the multiples of 10, 3, as well as 5, and find a match with those, okay? And so I'm just going to go ahead and get a new page up so it's nice and clean for us. So our multiples were 10, 3, and 5. And just like how I said in class, I always think it's best if we start with the smallest number, because then once we get far enough down the line, you will start seeing that there were probably some matches within those bigger numbers. So I'll start off with 3s. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And I'm thinking about the multiples of 5 and 10 as we go along. Multiples of 10 are pretty easy, obviously, because they are all numbers that end in 0. And I haven't got one yet. Now, I did get one that shows that there's a multiple of 5 with 15, because those multiples end in 0 and 5. But I need all 3, so I got to keep on going. So 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30. This is where I'm going to pause, hoping that both 10 and 5 also hit 30. The reason why I pause at 30 again is because it has a 0, and that's the first number that will work with that 10. Multiples of 5. And as you can see, I also hit 30. So I know 30 is going to be my common denominator. And so now that I know my common denominator is 30, I could go back to my problem. 9/10 plus 2/3 minus 1/5. And now I'm just going to be making new fractions with a denominator of 30. And so I'm setting up my problem to show that exactly. I'm turning 9/10 into something 30ths, 2/3 into 30ths, and 1/5 into 30ths. Well, how do I do that? And I'm going to change my marker color just so you guys can see it. I went from a 10 to a 30 by multiplying by 3. Whatever you do on the bottom, you have to do on the top. 9 times 3 is 27. And so what I'm saying is 9/10 is equivalent to 27 30ths. How did I get from a 3 to 30? I had to multiply 3 times 10. Whatever you do on the bottom, I do on the top. So 2 times 10 is 20. And last, how did I get from a 5 to a 30? I had to multiply by 6. 5 times 6 is 30. Whatever you do on the bottom, you do on the top. 1 times 6 is 6. Now I am set up with a problem that I can solve because I have common denominators across all my fractions. PEMDAS says that I need to do addition before subtraction as long as it comes first. And as this problem shows, I have addition and then subtraction next. So what I would do is 27 plus 20, which is 47. 47 minus 6 would be 41 all over 30. We call these improper fractions, so I'm going to fix it. And the way we fix it is I always want to know, how many times does my 30 go into 41? 30 goes into 41 one time, one whole time. If I take away 30 pieces away from the 41 that I had, I would have 11 left, and then my denominator stays the same. So 1 and 11/30 is my final answer. So this was just an example of what you'll see on your homework. Everything else, I think you guys will be straightforward and pretty good with. Just making sure that you follow along with the PEMDAS, making sure that you do parentheses first if there are parentheses, And then obviously no multiplication or division yet, because those will be coming later down in this unit. As always, let me know if you need any help. You can message me or just wait till class the next day, and I hope to see you guys then. All right, have a good day.